Hi, good morning. My name is Wanda Luna. I'm with Universal Furniture Design, aka UFD Vegas, and we're right here with J. Haleem.
If you ever thought about becoming an entrepreneur, the time is right now. If you are somebody that's coming out of school and you're uncertain about what you want to do with your life, entrepreneurship is definitely a viable option. If you've been on your job for the last 10 or 15 years but not seeing that this is going to be the way you want to retire, entrepreneurship is definitely an option. If you are retiring right now and you don't have enough money that you feel like to survive for the rest of your years, entrepreneurship is definitely an option. I went on and created this phenomenal training manual, You Won't Starve, Key Principles of Entrepreneur Development. It is for you. It's for anybody who having a hard time making that decision, crossing over from 9 to 5 to doing your own thing by yourself. You Won't Starve, Key Principles of Entrepreneur Development will be the piece. It's the training manual to take you right there to the top. It is for you. If you don't have it, go get it. www.jholland.com.
What's up, you guys? How you doing? It's your boy, J. Haleem. We are back with another session of In the Studio with me, and I am super excited. I'm always excited, but I'm even more excited today because I've been hearing about this young lady for like a year now, and I get a chance to have her right here in the studio. And this is the first time I'm actually meeting her in person, but I feel like I already know her. I always tell y'all, I like to upgrade every single week. And I have done it again. We will be the #1 podcast in Vegas. And having this young lady in here, I think we're going on the right path. So you got, I have the lovely and talented Miss Wanda Luna in here today.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
I'm in
good
the
morning.
Studio, wow. I mean,
Yes.
I heard about you.
Oh, listen, let me tell you something. We have a mutual friend, and she said nothing but amazing things about you. And it was inevitable for us to meet. And I'm glad I was able to create a platform for us to meet right here in the studio. So how are you doing today?
I'm blessed.
You look good.
God is good. Thank you.
You look good. So look,
thank you.
we're going to do a fit check, you guys. So I'm going to let you know right now, when this airs, you're probably going to get a picture of her with her fit somewhere wrapped in there, because this is what I'm talking about. Me being from the New York area, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, 15 minutes away from downtown Brooklyn, right across the bridge from, Manhattan. I know about fashion, and one thing, there's nothing better than a beautiful woman who knows how to dress. Here we are. We have it right here. So, hey, give me we'll put the claps on there. The good ones.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. So how are things going?
Well, things are busy.
Good.
By the grace of God, things are busy. Things are going like this from 0 to 100 every single day.
That's
But
good.
I'm not complaining. I asked for this, so here we are.
That's good. Now listen, and we're gonna get to your business, but I want to get a little bit about you. So here in Vegas, nobody's from Vegas. Most of the people, it's hard to find somebody that's from Vegas. So where are you from originally?
I was born in Honduras,
Okay.
and I was raised in Orange County.
Okay. So from Honduras to Cali
Yeah.
to Vegas.
To Vegas.
Wow,
Oh my
that's a
gosh,
nice
yeah.
look.
Yeah.
So what was that transition like from coming from Honduras to go to Cali? I know it's a big Spanish speaking situation in Cali, but then coming here to Vegas. Let's talk the first leg of your travels.
Gosh, here to Vegas, it was kind of like a random thing. It was kind of, this was not planned.
Okay.
So I got a job offer here out of nowhere. Someone that I didn't know. She saw me on Facebook through a friend. Offered me a job here. I didn't know nothing about anything about my industry.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it was. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna pull.
Nobody does. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Not enough people talk about it. We're gonna get to that.
Right.
What were you doing in Orange County before you came here?
So before I was working for the government.
Okay.
I was doing logistics for the government.
Okay.
So I laid out the entire group. But yeah, after that, I decided. Well, I didn't decide. My boss actually gave me my own resignation letter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's like, go do something that you like. I'm like,
That's something.
it was great. I had a 6 months pay. It was fine.
Oh no, okay. Well, that works out. Give you a chance to have a start, have some money. So what was it when you came from Honduras? Well, how old were you?
9.
Oh, okay. So you were still a kid. So you started going into the school system in California, and you're a Cali girl now. So
Yeah, Kelly.
I love Orange County. What part of Orange County were you in?
So Costa Mesa.
I was just about to say that's what I love. I love going shopping in Costa Mesa.
South Coast Plaza.
Yes, Bloomingdale's, everything.
Yeah.
See, this is why this is what I'm talking about. That's my spot. Because I go back and forth to San Diego, and whenever I'm driving, I got to make that pit stop. I have to make that pit stop, and I'm stuck in there for about a few hours. Like, I thought you would be back. It's only 2 hours to LA. Don't worry, I got business to take care of.
Yeah.
Usually I'm shopping.
Yeah. Then you get out of there broke.
Wow, exactly. And now I got to go back and try to make some money. So you came to Vegas. How long ago was this?
13 years.
Okay. So you've seen a lot of changes.
I know, so many. There again, it's like right now, 0 to 100. I mean, 1 year you don't have a building. A year later you have like 5.
Wow.
So I've seen a few things happen, but in a short period of time.
So let's talk about the business that you're in, because for me, and I want to spend a lot of time on this because I don't think enough people talk about it. Especially people, black and brown people, don't have these discussions. We're always talking about these trendy businesses and all this stuff on social media. So tell us a little bit about what you do in your company.
So what we do is we manufacture custom furniture for the hospitality industry, for restaurants, hotels, nightclubs, everything, name it, anything upholstery, we can do it, or anything case goods. So we cater to in high-end residential.
Listen. So now you got over here and you got a job. That was your job, your first job doing this?
Yeah, I was doing sales. Actually, I was doing sales at an upholstery company here, and I didn't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what upholstery was. I'm from Honduras. I'm Latina. I'm like, what? Barely speak it, right? So, and then I loved it. I fell in love with it. And a year later, things weren't working out there. And a year later, gave my resignation letter. She said, my 2 weeks notice without a job. And she said, you can leave now. I was like, what? I can leave now? So I'm like, what do I do? And I'm like, I'm going to open my own shop.
Wow.
And that's it.
So how long were you working there?
1 year.
1 year. Okay, so 1 year working there, you was in sales. What did you learn the most that made you comfortable with opening your shop?
Well, that was not the plan, opening my shop.
Oh,
it was
okay.
just because, what am I going to do? I love this. So that's all I knew at that moment.
Okay.
So I just said, I want to do it, and I went and got my business license.
What made you fall in love with it in 1 year?
I love transformation. I love seeing something coming from zero to zero to production. I love the process. I love seeing things grow. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I love about it. And number one, also the people. I love humans.
So the sales portion, because that's not taught enough, I don't believe, especially now with social media, because everybody feels like, oh, I got 5,000 Facebook friends because I'm popular, but it doesn't translate to business. And they think it is going to, because, I mean, when Facebook first started, it would have. Yeah. Like, if you had 5,000 friends on Facebook, you could have made a killing when it first started. This was before Facebook was an actual business. Now there's a business. It don't matter how many people you got. You actually still have to use these sales tactics. So what about the sales did you learn? Because that was your first time. So what skills did you learn with sales to make you successful?
Gosh. I mean, honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. I was being myself. I learned, actually, the one thing after years later, I learned that being genuine, being yourself, that's going to win everything. Yeah. Every sale with people, with anything you do, being genuine. I think because I would see other people that were not, because I would see them act with me a certain way or with clients another way. Yeah. I'm like, wait a second. What's happening here? So I would see the same dynamic in our same industry. Yeah. And they wouldn't get the projects, I would. But I'm like, but why aren't they getting it? And then later on, I'm like, okay, you have to be genuine.
That's really people buying you, not just buying your product.
Right.
Yeah. People haven't figured that part out because, again, like I said, with social media, a lot of people are somebody else online. And then, people have literal 10-year friendships online. They never met the person. Right. And you meet them like, this is never how you are. You're always so loud, boisterous. You're the first person to say something. You're super quiet in public, and people get the chance to see you. And again, you're definitely going to be a showstopper because how you dress, your appearance, everything. They're like, hey, let's have a conversation. I want to meet her. What made her do that? What made her put the Jordans on with the tie and everything like that? And again, you look like somebody who is a true artist. to me. You know, so
you.
do you think that adds to, you know, your let's say your je ne sais quoi?
Je ne sais quoi. Okay, mira. You know, I think so. I think it's that part where, because if you're my client and you want this chair done or a brand new one, I can kind of read what you kind of thinking, or I see your vibe, and I'm like, okay, I will suggest things. So that's where my creativity comes in.
Yeah,
I will suggest things to you, and that's how I think, like with my fashion, which I love fashion.
Yeah,
you know, that's my thing. That's where it comes to. Like that plays a lot in what I do.
yeah. You know, when I think about your industry, you're selling to, you said to casinos, to the hospitality industry, hotels. Why isn't it enough people talking about that space?
This is fucking boring. I'm serious.
You think it's a boring job?
I don't, but people think it's boring because they don't know the process.
Yeah.
So we work with a lot of interior designers, right? And architects. They don't know the process of what it takes to do this. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But when you see, we're going to sell furniture, that's not fun. It is not.
I think it's authentic, though. You know what I mean? Because you can put your stamp on something. And I think, like, why we want to do what everybody else is doing? Right. Why are we not doing something that nobody else is doing? And, like, when I met our mutual friend and she was telling me what she did, I was like, huh? What? Yeah. My office looked like a storage unit, literally, before she came in and transformed it. Because I'm just like, hey, I get my work done. It is what it is. And she's like, no, you should do this. You should do that. I said, come look at my office so you can tell me. And she's like, I can do this. Went to Hawaii, came back in a week. My office was something else.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes. I was sold ever since. And I'm like, why aren't enough people talking about this?
And I think also they have a concept of it's interior design, right? It's interior design because there's different versions of it. There's interior designs, there's manufacturing. Yeah. So I end up being in both things.
Yeah.
So that's what, for me, that's what's fun, right?
Yeah.
So people are not talking about it because the first time when you hear interior design, it's expensive. That's the first, you know.
But you want to make money.
Right. But actually, I mean, when it comes to business, actually opening your own business doing it.
Yeah. We're going to get to that because I think I read an amazing story about you and your business. So we're going to get to that. But what's the biggest difference between interior designers and interior decorators?
Oh, you're going to offend some people.
It's okay because this is also, in the offense, it should be some education.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
It should be some education.
Difference is interior designer. No, let's start with the decorators. Decorator, what you do is, I'm here. All I'm just going to go ahead and change your art. I'm going to change your furniture. And that's it. Make it look different. An interior designer will take their time and they will rip the entire shit up.
Got that right.
Like, they will take everything out.
Yeah.
And, like, you will never remember what that looks like.
Yeah.
The wallpaper. You know, you will do the ceiling, carpet, everything.
Yep.
They would change it. So that's the difference.
Yeah, because I see people stop at the decorator part.
Yep.
You know, and they'll say, hey, I do this, I do that. And then when I started getting out here and started getting in this space, I'm like, no, these, especially the sisters, are out here like, you guys are like, hey, knock that wall out. Yeah. Do this. I'm like, yeah, you know, this is kind of cool. You know, I literally didn't know that it was so prevalent of a career. So this is why I couldn't wait to have you on here so you can educate my people.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, when you go into the interior design and also manufacturing, and that's the part with manufacturing, people don't get it, right? They don't understand how you build this chair. Yeah. Like if you ask me, build this, I know exactly how this is built.
Oh man.
So that's why I always, like Nikki, I tell her, I'm like, come into the shop and look at the piece. Yep. I want you to sit. I want you to touch it. I want you to see the guts of it, right? Yep. Because we make the shop drawings, everything starts in your head, right? Yeah. Your picture. And then we make the shop drawings, and that's the beauty of it. Yeah. But nobody knows that part. Oh, and man. I really encourage everyone, just
they're going to know now.
Yeah.
They're going to know now.
Come into the shop. Experience it. Touch the fabrics. Select your fabrics.
Listen, so again, I heard an amazing story about, you starting your business here. Let's talk about your startup when you finally went to step out on your own and say, hey, I'm going to do this thing. What was that process like for you?
Oh, boy. Yeah, it was not planned. I get my 2 weeks notice. She said, leave today, leave right now. I didn't have a job. I thought I had 2 weeks, right? Yeah. I said, I thought I was going to work I said, I'll go to an MGM, any casinos, I'll go and do something. And nope, And then I was dating someone, and then he used to have an upholstery shop in LA. And I was like, he's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to open my own. And he's like, what? Yep. He's like, I don't want to. He's like, I don't want a business. I already had two. I'm like, it's not yours. It's mine. It's mine, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, whatever. He's like, from where? And I said, your garage.
Wow. Pull your mic to you a little bit. Display it.
Yeah, it's like your garage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he didn't believe me. Like he tells me like years later, I didn't believe you were gonna do it. Look,
You showed him.
Yeah. I'm like, I grabbed my champagne, and I went to his garage, and I cleaned it up. I cleaned up the garage, and I said, I want to open it. Went in, got a name, and I went downtown because obviously I don't know what I'm doing, right? And I went in. This guy, Mr. I said Stewart. I think his last name is Stewart. I said, listen, I want a business, and I want to open an upholstery company, and I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, come with me. And he taught me. He's like, okay, you need this license, that license.
I want you to go back to that because you stay there for a second. You was vulnerable to say you didn't know what you were doing. Yeah. You know, do you think that you would have got the same help if you just went in there trying to act like you didn't, like you knew everything and stuff like that?
Absolutely not. No, because I think that's how we all screw up. We think we know everything. Yeah, you're not humble enough to say, "Hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, help me. Yeah, help me." So that part, help me. It has to be genuine. Like, be real. Again, being genuine and.
Yeah, people say, oh, nobody will help me. Nobody will help me. But I was just doing a presentation of it last week, and I said, you know, don't go into these networking functions acting like you know everything. Right. Because somebody in there might can help you, but if you know it all, then they're like, hey, no need to me to talk to him, talk to her. So I love that. But you keep on going. I just wanted to stop on that point because people don't do that.
They don't. Yeah, you're correct. So, and then after that, I got it, and then I just started doing sales. I told the people, the contacts that I had, I said, hey, I'm starting this. And they're like, okay, give us your paperwork. So all the main casinos, I got in.
Who gave you your first shot?
Oh, God, my first shot where, like a casino?
Yeah.
Caesar's Palace.
Wow. And this is you on your own, your company.
Yeah. Caesar's Palace and Treasure Island.
Okay. Wow. Wow. You still work with them today?
They're my favorite.
Oh, man. So what was that like, when they gave you that phone call? Did you have to scramble around and get some things together, or you were already ready to go?
No, I was not ready to go. Not whatsoever. I mean, that was the very first. That was the main one, the main casino. Okay. No, it was. I was in the garage. Yeah. In the garage, I actually started with one chair, but not from them, from another person, and then I did some arms for a Hilton through a friend. Yeah. There's a lot of little steps, right?
Yeah, too long. Of course.
And the first, it was Diamond Bar that we did. And the garage was too small. So I'm like, I told Raul, I'm like, hey, I need a bigger place. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I need a bigger house. So he's like, okay. So I went and rented a bigger house for a bigger garage. Wow. And that's where the first one started, where I said, all right, let's do it. And I would do the sales in the morning. And then his friends guys, that were upholsterers, they would go at night. Wow. To the house to do the upholstery. And I would do sales.
Wow. Yeah. You need to hear these type of stories, y'all. I'm telling you, because everybody just try to make it seem like it's 0 to 60. It's, this business plan that you have, and you say it's from here, and it show you straight to millions of dollars. But you're hearing all of the squiggly lines, but she's handling it, though. You're handling it in that time. So you went from one garage to a bigger garage. Now, I know now that you have a huge space. What made you transform? What was the transformation like when it was time for you to get out of the garages and go to your own space?
Someone asked, can we see your shop? I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh. And at this time, Raul, he was still working at the other company, my ex-boyfriend. He was still working at the other company. Okay. Where we used to work together. Okay. So I'm like, I need to get a shop. And he's like, what the fuck? Because I'm like telling him things like this, right? If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Yeah. That's it. So I told him, like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. He's like, when? I'm like, tomorrow. I'm like, when do you? I'm like, tomorrow. So when you get home, we're going to go get a place. Yep. We went and got a place, and a little 1,000 square foot place.
Look, I want y'all to give a clap for Raul. Yeah. Even though he's no longer in the picture. Oh, okay. I thought you said ex-boyfriend. Okay, but he's still cool. He's still cool. Yeah. But shout out to Raul. Because let me tell you something. Whatever Wanda said, He said, all right, let's go, let's go. A lot of people question.
Yeah.
A lot of people move their feet too slow. They're not ready to jump on. Well, how important is it to have a Raul in your corner?
It is ridiculous. You gotta, the first 2 weeks that I was working there, he was the foreman at the first company. I said, I'm like, okay, I want to go do sales. 2 weeks into it. And then the girl said, no, you're not ready. And he's like, let her go.
Yeah.
And I went, so find somebody that believes in you.
Yes.
Genuinely believes in you, that does not want something from you.
Yes.
I'm sure we were actually genuine friends. I was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? But that support that he gave me, he believed so much in me that I didn't know at that time.
Yeah.
He was just helping me, right?
No, we got to give him some props, man, because that's what it is. I mean, again, I wrote a book. My last book was called Business Corner, and portion of it was about who is supporting the entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. Like, I believe that stat of 85% of businesses go out of business in the first year or whatever is because they don't have the proper support. Right. A lot of people are very talented. A lot of people have amazing ideas. A lot of people are capable. But when you got your family, friends, cousins, everybody, spouses not supporting, always talking down to you about your business and your idea, that's hard to get past that negative space. And everybody say, get away from the negatives. No, you don't have money. You barely have money to start the business. You can't just go someplace. So you got to find somebody, some people who are literally going to be in your corner. And I'm so happy you had Raul and still have Raul as a friend and somebody that's working alongside of you and helping you however you see fit. So that's dope for him. You know, shout out to him and all the Rauls of the world.
Yeah, because I honestly, like, he taught me everything that I know. I mean, there was a time when I was working at the shop. I said, I'm like, I want to know everything about this industry. I want to go in the shop. And he's like, all right. He made me take out my nails.
Wow.
Like, everything. I went in and I went step by step how to build everything.
And so shout out to you for being obedient.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, that's another thing. I coach people all the time. They are hard-headed as hell. They don't listen. And you listen to everything he said, and you're where you are because of it. I believe so.
Yeah, we do. We listen to each other,
I love it.
We do. I mean, he's very hard-headed. But at the end of the day, he'll say yes, of course, right? And so am I, right? I'm very hard-headed. I'm kind of like one of those people that I know in my head, I know it. You will understand it, but I already know it. Yeah. So find somebody that believes in you. And he does. He's like, this crazy bitch again. I swear, I'm telling you. I love that dynamic, man. I love that dynamic. So they said they needed to see your office. I mean, see your space. Yeah. And you told them you need to get right in the day. So how did everything unfold? So you guys, how do you find something in 24 hours? I don't know. It was like a small little 1,000 square foot on Polaris. Wow. On the street. And the guy was like, this older, I was like, what do you do? I'm like, we make furniture. He's like, okay. Wow, in 24 hours. 24 hours. And so when it came through, what you had to put furniture in there? So we get this. We didn't have anything, right? We had like a few tables. So when they wanted to see the place, I didn't have employees, nothing. So what we did is, like, the guys went in the middle of the day, and then they went in pretending to work. And the little furniture that we had from the projects, we just put it there. They would just upholstery, pretend they were working on something. You fake it till you make it. But that's the real fake it till you make it, though. That's the real thing. Like, you were actually moving on something. Not as we talked about in the beginning of the conversation. You're not faking who you are. You're not faking the type of person you are. But this situation, hey, I got to put this here. Yeah. You good? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You put yourself in a situation where you can grow. And stop doing it faking for people that's not helping you, faking for situations that's not growing your business, faking for situations that's not putting you in a better space. You was like, hey, let me put this in place because it's something going to be here. So really not faking is manifestation. Right. You manifested that. You put that right there in front of, hey. I didn't even know. Yeah. Yeah, you manifested that. You're like, hey, this will be here. Yeah. And with your stuff, the stuff that you want me to make, come look at this space where I'm going to make your stuff. Yeah. Which casino was that? That was Stations. Okay. Stations Casino, yeah. Okay, and so you tell them, hey, right here, everything that you want from me is going to get made right here. Yeah. And they obviously said yes. No, it was too small. Really? Yeah. Oh, it was too small. It was too small. See, this story is great. It was too small. Like, she didn't give me work at all for like a year and a half. But her and I were friends. Like, that's the whole thing again. We became friends. Oh, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. And everybody else needed to hear that. Yeah. I never went to her for work. She knew what I did.
Yeah.
So if she needs me, she'll call me.
Yeah.
Right? But her and I, we clicked. And then a year and a half later, she gave me work.
So you did all of that, got it ready, offered them not to take it. So what? So that was your space now, but now you got this new space.
Yeah.
So who was the first people you booked with the new space?
That I was still doing Caesars and Treasure Island.
Okay.
Those two, and then we did a buffet that was for Treasure Island as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how we started. And then we did in Utah we did a small restaurant.
Okay.
For as interior designer here. And then it just went on, and then it was too small, and then we got another bay, and then another bay, and I'm like, worried because we're gonna pay all this money. I'm like, oh my gosh, like another bay, that's another $1,000.
But you keep manifesting, because I keep telling people all the time, and if y'all never heard this before, listen to me right now. You have to make room for the blessing that you're praying for. You have to make room for it. Stop sitting there saying, oh, I want all this, I want all that. Your life does not fit what you're praying for. You have to move. It might be the space that you're living in. You have to move into a bigger space or move to a bigger city, get around bigger and better friends, something. But your life is not equipped for the blessing you're praying for. And so I truly believe that when you got another bay, it was like, okay, this bigger casino is going to call, or this bigger job can come. Now, we like Wanda. We heard about Wanda, but she's not ready for us yet. And sometimes you might be, you might be ready, but they got to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Think about, you're a woman, right? And let's say you sleep on a king-size bed yourself, and you meet a guy, even if you might like him, you might say, all right, baby, you're going to have to get a better bed. Because I don't sleep on twin beds. I don't sleep on full size. If you want this blessing, you got to upgrade your bed.
Exactly.
It's the same thing, you know what I mean? So they might be coming and say, hey, I like you, Wanda, but the people we usually dealing with got 3 or 4 bays. So in order for us to work with you, you had to get 3 or 4 bays. And you know how many people miss their blessing because they won't invest in themselves and just say, let me just go ahead and get this so I can get that. Like, you wasted it on shoes. You wasted it on clothes. Hey, look, we love our clothes, but, hey, the money got to make sense too now.
Yeah, make it make sense.
Yeah, the money got to make sense too.
Yeah,
so at the time of us recording, we're coming up on fourth quarter. Lock in time. Time to lock in. What does fourth quarter look like for you?
Fourth quarter?
Yes.
That means now, huh? Fourth quarter, it's very hectic. It's very, I'm not gonna lie, it's stressful, right? Mm-hmm. This is very stressful, right? So we're speaking about now, today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's very stressful. It's very demanding. People are so demanding. I love the pressure. Mm-hmm. I love the pressure. Kicks my ass. But I feel like this is how I operate. Yeah. At my best. Yeah. Because it helps me, my creativity. I get to, I ask for it.
And to bring it out you.
Right, it brings it out of me. So I just take it in. I'm like, I get a project, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, I'm gonna figure it out. And but right now, like we're doing a few renovations for some Hilton, some Caesar stuff. A lot of stuff we're doing at the same time. Yeah. And it's very I didn't tell you. I don't know if you knew, but we have another shop in LA.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you're expanding.
We expanded, yeah.
Love it. So, yeah. Love it. You got to get closer to home, huh?
Yeah.
So we know she's going to be in Costa Mesa.
Yeah, I'll be at South Costa after I save my money. But yeah, so fourth quarter is it's exciting because I don't know what's going to happen. I know in my head what's going to happen, but in reality, you just, you don't. But yeah, I'm excited about the new people like yourself.
Yes.
I think I'm becoming more of what did I say? I'm 45, and I think like women in my age, I say my age, that I think we are so depending on ourselves, but we don't let people, we don't let people in. I understand. Right? So I'm allowing myself to let people like in more. Okay. As far as with business. Right?
Love it.
I'm allowing that. So I think like that's transforming, me to a different level. Fourth quarter is just I'm gonna win, of course. Right?
You'll lock in. I want to hear more about the LA scenario. What made you make the jump and say, hey, we got to have this market as well?
It's the laborers. I think skilled laborers. There's a lot more. There's a shop in every corner. Okay. Right. So there's more skilled laborers and it's faster.
I love it. Yeah. Oh my God, this is real business talk, y'all. Because people would have said, oh, LA is this, all of the superficial crap. And you say because of the laborers. Everybody's trying to find a way not to pay people. Everybody's trying to find a way to do business without getting employees, without having a staff. How do you think that's how you grow? That's how your business grows. You know, entrepreneurship is selfless, not selfish. How can you change the landscape of the place that you're doing business by by putting your business there? Like, so you said because of more laborers. I love everything about that answer. As opposed, you could have said LA's more flashy. It's home. I like to be in LA. I go to Santa Monica, kick my feet up. You said more laborers. Oh my God. Ding, 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 ding. That's the answer for me. Because that's business. That's real business. Like, hey, I can get a whole lot more done over here. Now I know it costs a little bit more for space and things like that over there. So what was the transition like when you was opening up that space?
It was a chaos. It was chaos. It was fucking chaotic. You know, because, I mean, even though we knew the people, some of the people, it's just trying the logistics of it all. Yeah. Finding so many people, trying to see, okay, we're going to come from, our trucks would go from LA, Vegas. Yeah. It was very difficult to find people. The skilled craftsmen. Yeah. The skilled people. Because you can find laborers anywhere, right? Yeah. But someone that's skilled. Yeah. But over there's a lot of them, and we're blessed that we have a few.
And you're going, listen. I am proud of you. We just meet, but I'm proud to sit across from you as a sister and just telling me about this success, because I really love to see business people knocking it out the park, not focusing on the ultra rich and not shitting on the ultra poor, but you fall in that 98% of individuals who actually knocking it out the park and making it happen, because it lets everybody know you can actually do it. I don't want to hear too many more stories about Elon Musk and Jamie Dimon and all these people. And I don't want you shitting on, the people that's getting welfare and all that other stuff like that. It's people like yourself that's actually knocking it out the park, came from Honduras, in Cali, over here. You've had the job. You said you lost a couple jobs. You took the shot. You took the shot, and now you're knocking it out the park. So we have to highlight this whole lot more than just keep talking about the same rudimentary nonsense. Yeah. I'm over it, so I'm happy. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Thank you. Now you said you about women, and I'm pro women. I love my girls. I love what y'all are doing. Y'all are knocking out the park. Y'all make us better, especially when we all work together. What advice can you give to a young woman who, one, wants to get into your business if they didn't know about it, and just how to thrive as an entrepreneur? Not a woman entrepreneur, but an entrepreneur. An
entrepreneur. If you want to get in my business, call me. I'll try to help you. If I cannot help you, yes. I'll find somebody that can help you. I'll guide
Amazing
you.
Amazing answer.
I'll guide you, because that's
amazing
what it's
answer.
About,
Straight to the point.
But it's go to that straight to the source.
Yes.
As women, I think we have balls now. Yes. We have more balls, but sometimes we get so scared of that no. I mean, sometimes I have. Yeah. But I've learned. I've always been very daring. Yeah. I just don't give a fuck.
Go ahead. You're good.
I don't care, right? I don't. I care, but I don't care. But I feel like you, as women, we have to have that confidence. And I know it sounds so cliche, but we all do. Sometimes I don't have the confidence. Yeah. But then I snap out of it, right? Because I know, I think about the things that I've done or the things that I want. Yeah. I'm like,
there you go.
I want a lot of stuff. I want to go ahead and tell other women, look, you can do this. It's so cliche. It's so dumb, but you can. Yeah. I mean, I've done it. I mean, I'm not near close where I want to be, but go ahead and just go straight to the source. Yeah. That's it.
It's amazing, because I always tell people, sometimes we don't know what we want, but you definitely know what you don't want.
Well, yeah.
You definitely know what you don't want. And you know where you came from, or maybe it's where you are now and you're not happy. And so you're like, hey, you got to take that shot, because if this is all it is, this not going to work. Or going back to what I got out of, that if that's not enough, then you got other type of problems that you got to work on, because it's usually cut and dry like that. It's usually like, I'm coming out of a bad situation, or I'm in a bad situation. It's like, hey, burn that bridge, because you don't want to have to go back that way. Get rid of it. Burn the boat. Burn everything. Because I'm only going this direction. Right. I'm only going this direction. And that doesn't have a gender. That's literally for everybody. But the sisters, I want y'all to not be the most educated, but have the most problems, or don't have the most money, or stuff like that. Like, let's do it real. Get the education, but also this is real practical steps that we're talking about, again, you pulled your passion. I always say passion is like love. And when you do it with business, because it's an uncontrollable emotion, you should use it like your driver's license. You should keep it with you, but pull it out when you need it.
Correct.
Because you can't just be always on that.
Nope.
Pull it out when you need it, but pull that thing out
Yes.
and use it to get over those hard times and get over those humps. Because after a while, you're going to crush it. Y'all can do things that we can't. We do things y'all can't. But man, y'all walking some doors that we can't. And if we start walking side by side, there's some real things that can actually happen. But I want to encourage the sisters, and by having you here and speak, but also me saying, look, stop giving away that talent and just thinking it's just for a job. Get on that job, learn all the things you need to learn, and then come out here and give it to us, your sons, your daughters, your husbands, everybody, so that you can actually take your rightful spot as a queen. You know, all my people all my sisters always say Proverbs 31 woman. Well, you got to read that scripture, because that sister actually had her own hustle. Her husband was gone doing his thing. She had her own hustle. She kept everything going. They don't ever talk about that part. You know what I mean? They always just talk about, you know, how everybody reverenced her. They reverenced her because she took care of her damn business. Right. Point blank, period.
That's it. You have to do it yourself, right? And I mean, and going back to like doing things that you want to do, I think a lot of us women, we kill each other.
Yeah.
Like we tear each other apart.
I love it.
We are so, the jealousy, I cannot stand it.
Yes.
Like ladies, please stop it. Like we are all different. We all have something to offer.
Yeah.
I want to meet a woman that's better than me. I do. Only because I need to learn that. I need to learn it.
Yes.
And hopefully she'll learn something from me. We learn from each other. And then we teach another woman.
Yep.
But we are so into, it's me. I want to shine. No.
Yeah.
No.
And shine, but your shine don't affect that. You know, I'm shining, you shining, we all shining. There's enough room for all of us to put our lights out there.
All of us have a space.
And it looks better with multiple lights.
Right.
It looks better with multiple lights. You know
then everybody can see you.
Exactly. Yeah. So, oh my God, this has been a phenomenal conversation. Please tell everybody how they can find you, your company, your website, everything like that. And then we're going to start talking about also you doing some type of training, teaching some young ladies how to do what you do. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that.
You know about that. Yeah, so our website is ufdvegas.com and our Instagram is at ufdvegas.com. I mean, at ufdvegas.
Yes. Yeah, look, you guys know this stuff is going to be there on the screen right there for you guys to go ahead and follow her. Please get to know this, especially my black and brown brothers and sisters. There's no disrespect to nobody else, but we got to stop talking about just having, you know, regular old businesses that everybody else is doing. This is a business in a community, especially if we live in the Vegas area, that is, you know, multi-million-dollar industry. You know, it's more than almost 150 casinos or something like that here. So the hospitality industry is big here, plus regular, you know, hotels and stuff like that. These people, they're people who, that's your customer. It's like being a government, it's basically like government contracting here. They're a big, purchaser of things that you guys want. Start learning. If you're not doing furniture, find something you can sell. If you're in Vegas, find something you can sell to the casinos. Find a way you can serve the casinos. Because instead of worry about getting a job there, it's other ways you can go ahead and do business with them and be in those casinos by serving them with your skill and your talent. And so make sure that you tap into her and learn what it is to do, and hey, how I can get business with them. Maybe not what she's doing, and if you do that, she said she'll help you as well. Absolutely. But just take her for some coffee. We gotta learn how to pay. Even if it's just some coffee, send her something. Stop trying to get stuff for free all the damn time. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that. Do something for somebody. Have your hand out, but something need to be in it when it's extended. Not trying to get something. And get some information so we can grow. Again, any last words? Anything you want to leave with the people for motivation, inspiration?
Again, be genuine. Hustle like a motherfucker.
Yes.
And like I always say, it's like faith and hustle. That's what I have. Faith and hustle.
That's what I'm talking about.
And just look for your people. Find your people.
Yeah, you need them.
Women, find your women. There's always someone that's going to elevate you. Yeah. Always. But just accept it. You were saying, if you're not open for your blessings, you're not going to get any blessings.
You got that right. You got to make room for them. Make room for it. Make room for it.
That's it. Connect with people, have faith, and hustle. That's all.
It's like you hustle for something new that you want that ain't going to help you. Hustle for that blessing that's going to change your life. So It's amazing. Listen, y'all, I told y'all we continuously upgrading. We will be the #1 media space here in Las Vegas. I'm going to say I am that. We are that.
Go.
We are that right now. We will continue to be that by continuously upgrading the space as well as upgrading you guys every time you tune in. So tune in to I Won't say I Won't Starve, which is my other brand. But in the studio with Jay Haleem, always every Wednesday we got a new show coming out on YouTube. Go to YouTube at I Won't Starve. I'm always selling my stuff. I'm always selling my other stuff. Look, I Won't Starve. Look, let me just go. IWon'tStarve.com. That's my nonprofit. IWon'tStarve.com. I Won't Starve Academy. That's my thing. So let me get that out of there because maybe my baby is kicking me in my ass and saying, you don't talk about me enough in this thing. So you got to talk about it. Look, I Won't Starve. We are helping the children learn how to be entrepreneurs, learn how to actually be entrepreneurs when they go to work. We are teaching them about career development every day. In Vegas and actually in South Carolina as well. We're still doing our programs there. So this is for my baby. I Won't Starve. I love you. I'm sorry I wasn't talking about you in the other shows. So now can I talk about in the studio right now? Yes, this is what we do our own programming, right? We can do our own programming. So in the studio on YouTube, go to YouTube in the studio with Jay Haleem and subscribe and click the notification bell so you can see Wanda on the show. And then also follow us on Instagram at In the Studio with Jay Haleem. Follow me, www.jhaleem.com, as well as on social media at I am Jay Haleem on all my social media platforms. I got it all out. We did it. We're here in the studio. And I see y'all next time. Peace.